I'm currently 31 weeks pregnant, and the third trimester really hit me like a ton of bricks. I feel like first trimester was rough. It's rough for everyone. I don't want to say it's rough for everyone. That's a very general statement. It's rough for a lot of people. It was rough for me. But then my second trimester, I was like, this is amazing. I am just feeling wonderful. And then I swear, 28, 29 weeks, uh, when I hit 28, 29 weeks of pregnancy, I was like, yeah, no, I cannot sleep at night. I'm in so much hip pain. And honestly, like, I'm already uncomfortable, which is terrifying when you know, like, you still have a while to go. And so the point of this is that I decided this week that I was tired of feeling this way. I was tired of feeling so uncomfortable, so unlike myself, but also like I was getting into a really, really, really negative headspace, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not sleeping at night for longer than 2 hours. So I'm kind of doing 2 hours, waking up because my hips hurt so bad, going to the bathroom, and then literally going back to sleep, waking up another 2 hours later. And this is really happening from like the time I go to bed, and the first time I'm waking up is really around midnight. So this is a very consistent, it's been happening, I would say, for probably the last like 3 weeks. And it's been putting me in a weird headspace. I have been very like, I've been very negative. I have been very much like dreading nighttime, but then also dreading the mornings because I know I'm going to be so tired. And so I was sitting here literally on Monday, and I was like, I can't keep doing this. I can't. Like, I have a good amount left of this pregnancy, and I cannot keep waking up every single day negative and miserable. Like, there's too much going on in life right now for me to be a negative Nancy all the time. And honestly, like, I don't like hearing people be negative all the time. And I was catching myself, like, when my mom would call me in the morning, I was negative, and I was like, you know what, something's got to change. So I started this challenge for myself, and it's very, very simple. I do two things every day. One of them is to feel good, and that can be anything, right? So far this week, my feel good. The first one was that I woke up. I put on a very cozy, like kind of luxurious robe, and I went out and I watered my hydrangeas. That was how I started my morning. That made me feel so good. You know why that made me feel so good? Because I wasn't doing anything for anyone else, and I wasn't thinking about how tired I was. I was like, oh my gosh, the weather is beautiful. The birds are singing. I feel so comfortable in this robe. I am so happy. And so that has been one of the things I did. The other thing, which I did this morning, was I got ready and I went out on our patio and I read. These are like very simple things, but they're things that I just stopped doing. When I was like really in the depths of this is miserable, I would literally wake up and just go on my phone because I did not want to start my day. I did not want to get up. I was so tired. And so back to the challenge, one thing that makes me feel really good and one hard thing. And let me tell you, hard things when you're 31 weeks pregnant look so different than hard things when you're not pregnant or hard things in the second trimester. And so I knew if I did one hard thing, and by hard thing, I simply mean something where I would rather sit on the couch than do this, that it would make me feel really, really accomplished, and that it may snowball into me doing other things on my to-do list. And so my first day, my hard thing was unloading the dishwasher, reloading it, and cleaning our kitchen. This is something that my husband has like fully taken on during this pregnancy. I mean, even before I was pregnant, he really did a lot of the dishes. And I have felt like a little bit of guilt around it, if I'm being honest, because that man works so much. And I was like, I can put dishes in a dishwasher. Like, what is wrong with me? But it is very like that is just a hard thing for me right now, right? Like my back hurts, and I would rather once again sit on the couch than do dishes. And so that's what I did. I did that on Monday. I cleaned the entire kitchen, like wiped down all the counters before we went to bed, and I woke up the next day and it felt so good. It felt so good to come into a clean kitchen and be like, wow, I'm excited to start my day. So that was my hard thing. My hard thing today, if I'm being very, very honest, it's kind of been twofold. The one was getting ready. I did not want to get ready. I did not want to get ready at all. Getting ready right now feels like such a chore. And honestly, like there's so many. I had one meeting today and I was like, I could just go camera off. I don't have to be on camera. But getting ready, while it was hard, it made me feel so much better. And when I got ready, and I'm talking like I did light makeup and I put on a very comfortable dress. Right now, I'm just like living in dresses. I don't like pants on me. There's really no other thing with that. And then I came up and I actually knocked two more things off of my to-do list that I've been putting off this entire week. Because I know when you do one hard thing, it allows you to snowball from there. Why have I spent the last 5-6 minutes telling you all of this? This has nothing to do with the virtual assistant space or Pinterest. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I know that trying something new or trying to start a business can sometimes feel like you're in the third trimester. Go with me on this one. There's so many things that you could do instead of sitting down and taking action. You could scroll on your phone. You could go for a walk. You could do so many other things besides that like one hard thing that you know if you do it, it will snowball. And so while I'm using this as a challenge to make myself feel better in the third trimester, it really got me thinking about how this could be a challenge that you implement if you're wanting to become a Pinterest manager this year, if you're wanting to quit your job. And you can make it really simple. You can do one thing that makes you feel really good. And I actually think that like we should try and do that daily. It doesn't have to be doing your makeup. It doesn't have to be getting dressed. It can be something as simple as like making your favorite latte. But I think when we do one thing that makes us feel good, like we show up for ourselves better and for the people around us better. And so you can do one thing that makes you feel really good. You can do one hard thing. And that hard thing could be joining the Pinterest VA school. The hard thing could be watching a module inside the Pinterest VA school. It could be pitching your first client. But when you do that hard thing that nobody else knows is on your list, and I think that's like the key ingredient here, right? Nobody knows if I'm going to keep doing this challenge. Nobody cares if I'm going to keep doing this challenge. But I know. And so when I woke up this morning and I did not want to do it again, but I did, it gave me such a sense of pride. It gave me so much confidence because I showed up for myself. I didn't show up for anyone else. I showed up for myself. And when you do one hard thing and you take that step forward, you're showing up for yourself and you're telling yourself, I take this seriously and I care about my future and like my future self and the future that I'm wanting to build. And so I really want to encourage you this week to do one thing that makes you feel really good. Not even this week, this month. One thing that makes you feel really good and one hard thing. And I bet you will be amazed when you look up 30 days from now and you realize your entire life is different by doing two small things every single day. Like always, if you haven't joined me inside of my free training yet on how to become a Pinterest manager, and you're sitting here and you're listening to all this information and you're ready to take that next step, I've gone ahead and linked the webinar for you below. It is the place to be. I walk you through so much. I know that you are capable of becoming a Pinterest manager. I know you're capable of replacing your current income. Now it's your job to do one hard thing every day to show up for yourself and to prove to yourself that you are capable. Because when you believe it, that is when unbelievable things happen.